What's going on, YouTube Nation? I know I made a video about black coffee, but this can really help you when you're sitting down at work or working as a nurse, especially working as a nurse. So let's think about this. Every day you wake up in the morning, you put cream, sugar, maybe syrup. You go to a coffee place and you put all those preservatives and syrup in there. But have you ever tried black coffee? I'm going to read you some benefits of it. One thing is it improves memory. They say that increasing age to decrease cognitive skills and increase risk of dementia, Parkinson's, and Alzheimer's disease has been linked to drinking black coffee. It also enhances brain function, which can boost memory. Black coffee helps the brain stay active and thus helps in boosting the memory power. Caffeine also does have a long half-life of 6 hours. So in my previous video, I said if you drink 300 milligrams of caffeine in 6 hours, that's going to be 150 milligrams. So it goes through 6 half-lives. So just imagine that staying in your system and getting your metabolism up. Obviously, you need to drink water because caffeine is a diuretic. It also keeps the nerves active. They say that it keeps dementia at bay. They say that regular consumption of black coffee reduces the risk of Alzheimer's by 65% and Parkinson's by 60%. Next thing we're going to talk about is workout. Again, if you're doing high intensity interval training, sprinting on a treadmill or running on a step mill or doing any cardio, you might want to be careful taking caffeine because you can get arrhythmias, abnormal heartbeats, potential PVCs when you consume caffeine and work out. Obviously, when you're doing high intensity training or interval training, your goal is to get your heart rate up. Now, when you have caffeine in you, which is a stimulant, that can be a little dangerous. So I would, on days that you just do cardio or really train hard, I would just be careful with black coffee and pre-workout. When I strength train, I usually drink pre-workout or sometimes black coffee. When I'm not really going that hard, when I'm doing like shoulders, bis, and tris, I really like my black coffee. But here's another thing with improving performance during your workout. They say one of your biggest and best benefits of black coffee is it drastically improves your physical performance and helps give you 100% during a workout session. This is the reason why your gym trainer asked you to have black coffee before you come in to work out. I've encouraged black coffee. As an exercise physiologist, I always tell people, obviously I'm not a licensed dietitian, so I can't tell people what to eat or drink, but I can recommend drinking black coffee, and I always show people the benefits of black coffee versus drinking coffee with sugar and cream and everything. They say that it increases adrenaline in the blood, which is another name for epinephrine. It helps prepare the body for intense physical exertion. It also breaks down stored body fat and releases fat cells in the bloodstream in the form of free fatty acids, which could be used as fuel for strenuous physical activities. That's called lipolysis. You can Google search lipolysis. That's what you want to do when your glycogen stores are low. You go immediately after your fat stores. That's how your body uses your fat stores as energy. They say black coffee is amazing for the liver and beneficial. Liver is one of the most vital organs in our bodies as it performs so many important functions. As you do know, your liver loves black coffee. Black coffee helps prevent liver cancer, hepatitis, fatty liver disease, and alcoholic cirrhosis. They say people who drink 4 or more cups of black coffee every day have an 80% lower chance of developing any liver disease. Coffee helps by lowering the level of harmful enzymes in the blood. So obviously, reading this article, it also talks about, drinking alcohol, which can be an issue. Alcoholic cirrhosis is another issue. So black coffee, there's not a lot of calories in it compared to beer or liquor or beer, liquor, daiquiris, or margaritas or anything. So that will help you when you're laying out at the pool instead of drinking, some strong drinks with alcohol in it and all that sugar. So that'll help you out. What about waking up in the morning drinking coffee in the deck? That always helps too. They say that coffee makes you intelligent. Coffee has a psychoactive stimulant which reacts within the body, has the ability to improve energy, mood, and cognitive functioning, thus makes you smart over a period of time. Really, obviously, you have to put the effort in to, be smart. You're not going to be smart overnight. You have to put the work in. I mean, you're not going to learn how to do organic chemistry in one day. It takes a lot of time to understand bonds and covalent bonds, and organic bonds, and other type of bonds. Or if you're doing stats, repetition is key to do well in statistics. But I always drink a cup of coffee before I take exams. It helps me stay more focused. It is a stimulant, so it does keep me in the right mood, in the right mentality. Sometimes if you're really anxious though, if you drink a little too much caffeine, it can get you a little antsy, so you might want to be careful. Here's another thing. Coffee is a diuretic beverage, which makes you urinate often. So that's why when you drink black coffee without sugar, all the toxins and bacteria are flushed out in the form of urine. This helps clean your stomach. Well, really, here's the thing. I mean, caffeine is a diuretic, so you got to make sure that you drink a lot of water. Yes, it makes you urinate often, but, just reading this, I'm just going to tell you black coffee is more beneficial because, all that extra sugar, if you're a diabetic, you drink coffee with sugar, it gets your blood sugars up, and it can elevate your hemoglobin A1C. As a nurse, the other thing is, you can be gaining more calories in the day instead of being calorie deficient and going after your fat stores. So that's one thing that you need to keep an eye on. Here's another thing. It says black coffee helps in rapid weight loss by making you work out more than you have 30 minutes before you hit the gym. Black coffee helps boost metabolism by approximately 50%. It also burns the fat in the tummy since it is a fat-burning beverage. It also stimulates the nervous system, which signals the body to break down fat cells and use them as a source of energy as opposed to glycogen. Now this is true. I mean, caffeine does create lipolysis as well as black coffee. This is really what helped me cut, especially for the spring and summer when I'm trying to look good. I drink a little too many ales in the fall, watching college football. And, I do love my ales, but it kind of caught up with me. My metabolism slowed down a little bit. So this really helps with you guys as nurses, or you guys, working labor jobs, or you guys even sitting at the desk at your office. You're burning calories when you're sitting down doing nothing. So you drink black coffee, you have some lean mass, and you're moving around a lot at work. You're going to generate lipolysis, and you're going to burn those fat stores. So that's huge. Here's another thing. Caffeine improves cardiovascular health. So here's the thing. They said, though drinking black coffee on a regular basis increases blood pressure, temporarily, but this effect diminishes over time, drinking 1 to 2 cups of black coffee every day reduces the risk of cardiovascular disease, including stroke. Black coffee also reduces the inflammation level in your body. Well, here's one thing though. Sometimes when you drink a lot of caffeine, it can increase a little bit of anxiety and also increase cortisol levels. So you got to be careful with drinking a lot of caffeine. Heavy caffeine drink can also scrape off the calcium off your bones and cause you to be dehydrated, which could increase the chances of kidney stones as well as UTIs. So you need to be extra careful with drinking caffeine. Obviously, follow your doctor's recommendations. You don't want to go overboard with drinking black coffee, but it does have its benefits to get your heart rate and metabolism stimulated. So, make sure that you have your labs, make sure that, if you take diuretics or anything or other medications, that you get your kidney function checked out as well to make sure that, you're not too dehydrated and you're beating up your kidneys. For example, if you're taking like lisinopril, which is an ACE inhibitor, losartan, which is an ARB, you got to be careful because, the more dehydrated you are, the more stress you can put on your kidneys. So that's one thing that you have to be careful of. Here's one last thing. Well, actually, two more things. Powerhouse of antioxidants. They say that black coffee contains vitamin B2, B3, B5, manganese, potassium, and magnesium. I guess that's the reason why a lot of people, when they're hungover, like coffee, even though it's a diuretic, you are getting your B vitamins. But I don't really encourage drinking a lot of alcohol if you're trying to cut and lose weight, because that's empty calories that you don't need. So that's another benefit of black coffee. And here's another thing: it decreases the risk of diabetes. Drinking black coffee daily helps you reduce the risk of diabetes, in which in later age can lead to organ damage and heart diseases. It is shown people who drink 2 cups or less coffee have increased risk of diabetes. Coffee helps in controlling diabetes by increasing insulin production. Both caffeinated and decaffeinated coffee help in prevention of diabetes. Well, absolutely. Think about this. All those calories that you have when you're drinking like super mocha, choca, loca, who knows what in there, with all those empty calories and syrup, high fructose corn syrup and all those things. Now, don't get me wrong, it's really good, but those are the calories that you don't need in your body if you're trying to lose weight. And then you see people complain all day, why they're not losing weight. Well, look what's in their coffee. It really starts from there. If they drink black coffee, they'd get some benefits. Here's the last thing they say is it makes you age gracefully. They say that having black coffee without sugar keeps your mind and body young. Black coffee also helps in preventing Parkinson's disease by boosting dopamine levels in your body. That's pretty cool. I guess they say it reduces against gout as well. It has some antioxidants, and it helps prevent uric acid in the body. Again, you need to have your uric acid levels taken, and if you do have gout, I would highly encourage you talk to your doctor and have your uric acid levels and drink a lot of fluids, because if you're dehydrated and have gout, that's not a good thing. If you put stress in your kidneys, sometimes you can't take medications for gout, so that can be another issue. They also say, I'm going to add one more thing: it reduces stress and depression, stimulates the nervous system, and increases the levels of dopamine, serotonin, and noradrenaline, which are important neurotransmitters that elevate the mood. So I learned a lot of this stuff in exercise physiology, mostly human physiology, and that's why I'm showing you this video of the benefits of black coffee. I'm really going to emphasize this a lot in my channel. I mean, you guys as nurses, you guys who are really active, you guys are a step ahead of the game, because when you're moving around and drinking black coffee, you're going to be burning calories like crazy. And you can really get the results faster than you need versus people who are just sitting at the desk. So you drink black coffee, you strength train, then you do cardio right after strength training. You're going to be gearing on all cylinders. And obviously watch, the fatty foods and what you're eating. So again, if you like this, hit the subscribe button, comment, hit the like, and make sure you hit the bell button so that you can watch more videos like these. Thank you guys, and have a great Saturday.